Hello, I'm Dr. Sam Hancock of the Emerald Planet and Emerald Planet TV. We come to you on a week-to-week basis from Washington, D.C. in the United States as we look around the globe in 144 different nations, looking for those 1,000 best practices, the technology, services, and products that are making a difference as we move through the 21st century. And as we have a planet of 9 billion people by 2038 and possibly 12 to 13 billion by the end of this century, how are we going to be able to take care of all these people on planet Earth? And that's what Emerald Planet's all about. We come to you looking at the solutions, the best practices from around the globe as we create the Emerald Planet. Hello, welcome to the Emerald Planet. We're making a difference as we move through the 21st century. And seeing the long-term impacts of climate change. We're glad to have you. Thank you for being with us. We're talking about a huge international project. It's called Operation Plastic-Free Waters, because as most of us know, every water body on planet Earth is either already full or filling up with plastic and garbage. So Rotary International has the International Yachting Fellowship of Rotarians that have this global operation called Plastic Free Waters. And we have with us Alfonso Bolio. He is the Area 2 Commodore. And Alfonso, thank you for being with us.
Thank you again for hosting us today.
We're glad to have you here. Talk about Plastic Free Waters as a operation affiliated with the IYFR.
Well, as the International Fellowship of Rotarians, Yachting Fellowship of Rotarians, we started this program a few years ago. And what we're trying to do is to work for the protection of the planet, water, through working in different ways. And that's why we have this fellowship of different fleets in the world. As Area 2, we have 27 fleets working from north to south, from North America to South America. What we're trying to do is to make conscious of people of how to work and fight against the garbage in rivers and the ocean.
Yeah, this is an incredible, huge territory that you have to work with, Alfonso. And it looks like that there's much activity going on in both the northern and southern hemisphere. So it seems that your IYFR is working very diligently and consistently as far as networking all the Rotarians throughout these different areas.
Correct. Some examples of what we're doing, it's like people from Canada, the fleets from Canada are trying to clean. They've been working for years in Costa Rica, cleaning up beaches. The Mexican fleet is working in a project for a cigarette butt collector that it damages the beaches and it damages the purity of water. So what we're doing is different projects. South America has different projects on rivers. The Brazilian fleet is trying to work at the lagoons, the borders with Brazil and Uruguay. So there are many things being done now. So every project in every fleet has an impact in the society and in the future of the oceans.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely fantastic. And the interesting part that you're involving young people, the Rotary Clubs. We may want to mention just very quickly what Rotary is, but why is it so important to have these young people involved now? And then also literally down into kindergarten through high school to be involved in this plastic-free waters.
Well, Rotaract and Interact are the young people within Rotary, and the range from age is from 20 to 30 years. Well, 15 to 30. It depends on Rotaracts or Interacts. They have a very fresh view of what's going on in the world now. They have a different view of an adult, and they have different solutions on how to work things. If you teach the young people, they teach the youngsters. So if you go to kindergarten, you go to elementary schools, you go to middle school, then you have the knowledge in those kids. They take it home, and that's the way even the parents can learn from them. So it's a very nice way to start. If you teach people from the beginning of their lives, then they will try to make it a better world as they grow up. So I
Yeah,
think,
and also this is very important because what you're doing with these young people at this age, and then again K-12, is that you're really reaching the elders, many of which really don't realize the impact that they're having as far as the tributaries are concerned. And so these young people are really reaching out. Having this international organization and having the various fleets, how does that actually work? And how is that impacting on removing plastics and garbage from the waterways?
as I tell you, the different fleets in the different areas in the world are working in different projects. And as you see in the picture, that was in the 2019 International Rotary Convention in Hamburg, Germany. We had a chance to deliver 30 pen drives with information and different projects to be spread everywhere in the world.
Mhm.
So every person from a different country, we chose 30 countries. So they took the information to send it to the different districts of Rotary. So every club of that country could have the information and get to know the project we have with working with the International Yachting Fellowship of Rotarians and the fleets they can join in different countries.
Mhm. Mhm. I think it's wonderful. Now, hands-on. This is something that uh, the Emerald Planet's all about as far as hands-on, best solutions. Why is it so important that people actually get physically involved in the various projects that you have on this plastic-free waters?
Yeah, because the only way to do is working and you need hands to do it. So you see that picture, you see the people cleaning up beaches, and that's the way you start, and that's the way you can cooperate with your sand grain to do things. If you help with this little tiny thing, then you can do more and more and more. If you get more people involved, then you can get so many things done. So that's teamwork, and that's what we're trying to do, to work in teams and teach people how to do it.
And also, too, it's very important, Alfonso, that people realize what they shouldn't be doing because some of the very people are showing up to do the cleanup. Maybe some of the ones that are contributing by putting the plastics in the drainage systems or not allowing things to be cleaned up before the typhoons or the floods come. So there's much they can be learning about how to prevent this going on. I think this is absolutely a wonderful photograph. Tell us what we're looking at here and why are
Those
such
are
projects so much fun?
because those are kids. They're working and they learn how to dive and they try to clean up the base, the diving. So they clean up the seafloor. So that's a very fun way to do it, and that's another way to get together, make friends, and make people think of what's going on. So when people see them working, then you can get the idea of what we want to do in the world.
Yeah, and this really goes to the heart of what you're all about, fellowship. This is something that comes out whenever I'm talking to any of your members. Fellowship is so wonderfully important. So, among these young people, how does this fellowship that you're developing through your IYFR then go out to their classmates who may not be in a Interact or Rotaract club or know nothing about Rotary, but how are they able to impact through fellowship to bring more and more people to come in to be involved?
Yeah, what they do it's they take the idea at home. They also have the Rotary Interact and Rotary Clubs where they spread the program and also they talk to people, to teachers other kids at schools, although they're doing now online because you cannot go to a school, but you can now Zoom. It's a very nice way to do it. Like sometimes even the district governors organize those conferences, and you get maybe 300 to 400 people online,
Mm.
and that's the way you can multiply the idea, and then make people think that it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I just think it's absolutely wonderful. Going to the very practical, hands-on. Why are fish nets so problematic to the waterways all across the globe? This is something that's, it's endemic of everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's a problem because anglers, what they do is just get rid of the nets in the ocean.
Hmm.
And as I told you, all the nets tend to go to the this patch in the North Pacific, where you'll find that big garbage patch, and that's where all the trash goes, the garbage, and it goes and it's tangles with the nets. So you'll find there all plastics, everything that floats goes there,
Mhm.
and fish and sea life is captured there, and they die. So that's a very big problem.
Yeah, they're saying that there's soon going to be more plastic in the ocean than marine life, and what a
The
sad
marine
day
life,
that is for planet Earth. But this gives
exactly.
a very visual impact of these fish nets and the plastic that's actually in these waters, and how it's such a detriment. And this is actually being done by fishermen in many cases that actually make their living from the sea. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct. They
Mm.
get rid of those nets in the ocean, and what you see there, it's a ship from Hawaii, and they collect the ghost nets. That's the ghost nets, what it's called, ghost. And they take the nets to Hawaii, and the fleets there help to get the garbage or the trash that is
Mhm.
captured, and to make an analysis and the statistics of what's found in those nets.
Mm, mm, mm. This is another scene of that. But again, to expand on what you're doing as far as trying to really have plastic free waters, how is this directly impacting uh, achieving that goal?
Well, as you know, it's the start of a big project, and we have to work on this more and more. And the more the people do in different areas, in different sections, in different in education, even the anglers, fishermen doing this, that's a way in to fight it in different ways. You can attack it from this side and this side, and if you do one thing here, you can do one thing here. Then you can do a lot in different
Mhm.
in different stages. Hmm?
Yeah, it's amazing, and this is a beautiful scene. We'll probably go out on this, Alfonso. Two people out actually cleaning up the beach. Um, Looking at everybody is part of the problem, but everybody's part of the solution. What do you see for the growth and development of this plastic-free waters over the next 5, 10, or 15 years? And we have to be quick. We only have about 20 seconds.
Okay, we have to people know this program. They have to know we're working on this, and the only way to do is through education. So there's many ways to do it. So
Mhm.
that's what we're working on. So we are Rotarians, and we're working a lot on this, very hard.
Well, I know that your organization, this International Yachting Fellowship of Rotarians, through Rotary International, is working, as you say, with the working wheel 24 hours a day. This is Alfonso Bolio, Area 2 Commodore for the IYFR. Thank you for being with us as we create the Emerald Planet.
Thank you very much.